Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that. And also, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2022 related video here on my channel. At the time of recording this video you're watching now, it is the 2nd of May, and earlier today at the Pala Olimpico in Turin in Italy, the participants in the first half of the second semi-final of this year's 66th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest took to the stage for their first rehearsals, and once again, snippets of those rehearsals were uploaded onto the official Eurovision TikTok page. I've seen them all, bar Cyprus, which I'll sort of react to in a moment, and I'm here once again to give you my very brief thoughts on what we've all seen and heard today. Once again, I'd like to reiterate points made in my previous two videos. Because I am clicking backwards and forwards between certain things, chances are I'll be stumbling a lot, waffling a lot, forgetting certain important things. These videos will be more messy than usual, I'm just giving you a heads up about that. I also want to say a big thank you to those of you who've taken the time to watch my previous two videos. I'm just amazed anybody is the slightest bit interested in hearing what I've got to say, full stop. So it's really nice to see comments and a decent amount of views on those videos. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you'll stick around for the rest of this Eurovision season. Links as always in the description to my other social media pages, check them out if you so wish as well. A blog post was uploaded yesterday, again link in the description to that, where I just went through all of the semi-final one first rehearsals, and there'll be a blog post tomorrow covering all of semi-final 2. With that being said, I've got the live blog up in front of me. I don't know, these TikTok videos seemed to be uploaded faster today, and also, visually, a lot of these rehearsals are looking better than a lot of the rehearsals we had in semi-final 1. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, but it just seems to me at this stage that they're looking a lot more visually appealing. Anyway, Finland will open the second semi-final next Thursday, so they rehearsed first. The Rasmus with Jezebel, one of the biggest names in this year's competition. A lot of people will be very excited just to see them on the Eurovision stage. I am reading from the Eurovision live blog here. It says, Finland's set is covered with huge floating black balloons. Now, I don't know whether they're there for the whole 3 minutes or for part of the song. And the band have brought bright yellow wet weather clothing to the Turin stage. They've gone for the same colour scheme as what they had in the lyric video and also the national final UMK. It's a sort of bumblebee look. It says here maybe they're planning a dip in the waterfall. As you'd expect from the Rasmus, this is a really confident performance that packs a powerful visual punch with the yellow lighting. They're like a swarm of rock bees, and we're very much awake. This rehearsal I thought was very good. I think the stage looks fantastic. I'm not really sure these floating balls really add anything to proceedings whatsoever, but I suppose it makes it a little bit more visually interesting. What really satisfied me, and maybe you as well, the vocals from lead man Lauri Ylönen sound a little bit better than they have in the past. He didn't sound brilliant in my opinion at UMK. He hasn't sounded that great at any of the pre-parties. But now it seems as though it's coming together at just the right time. I'm just going to watch back the clip here, so there might be a little bit more lag. And I'm just watching these back to sort of refresh my memory, even though it was only this morning. Maybe the backing vocals are a little bit overpowering here. Maybe they could be toned down a bit. So yes, there are the balls floating about, Lauri with his top off, jumping up and down, jets of steam, flashing lights. They're starting to bring it, and I was saying in previous videos here on my channel, that's what they needed to do. They needed to ramp it up. This is a big rock song, so make it feel like a big rock song. At UMK, it all felt a bit flat. On a big stage like this, with an audience that's much larger as well, you've got to go, you know, and turn it up to 11, if you see what I mean. So yeah, pretty impressive from Finland, and I think we're all pretty much in agreement that that is going through. It would be a surprise if not. Moving on to Israel, we cannot rule this out going through either. Yes, I Am by Mikhail Ben-David is sandwiched between Serbia, which is well loved by a lot of people, and Finland, which is a very expressive big blast of rock. But I would not be surprised if Israel go through. Pretty good qualification record. I'm taking a look here. There he is in his rather snazzy all-white outfit. It is a bit of a bop, I do agree with that. He's got a couple of dancers on stage. They're in white outfits, although this guy in the picture is in a black outfit. There we go. Doesn't really say much else, to be honest, about the Israeli performance. But looking at the rehearsal clip, he is the best thing about this song. I've been saying it for ages. The song, for me, isn't that great. I actually don't think it's going to grow on me that much over the coming weeks. But he's pretty good. Just that streak of flamboyance. Yes, we can see 2 spotlights on him, working the camera, strutting his stuff. And behind him are these sort of white panels of light, which we haven't really seen in any other rehearsal so far, I don't think. But there we are. Yes, indeed. I will have to take a look at the photo album here, because really, again, you can't really judge these rehearsal clips too much at all. Okay, so we've got some red lighting. Yeah. These photographs really look fantastic. They really do. Wonderful stuff. Okay, well, we can't even really judge those photos too much. We need to see more, and of course we will with those second rehearsals. And now I've got to scroll all the way back down. Absolutely fantastic. After Israel's rehearsal not bad, by the way, from the very little we could see in here. Serbia. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if most people rank this as number 1 of the day. I mean, you could have predicted that weeks in advance, to be honest, because this song is so popular. And I said this in yesterday's video and the day before as well. This is an example of taking the national final performance and just elevating it to Eurovision standard. It says here the staging involves some quality furniture, intense hand washing, and some nice towel choreography from her 5 backing singers. It's so simple but effective. It really is. You know, this isn't even a dance move, but the waving of the hands, the washing of the hands, it's all very peculiar and not the sort of thing you would expect to see on the Eurovision stage. And because it's such a strange thing to see, maybe it will just really, really stick in people's memories and they'll want to vote for it. I'm still not convinced that this song will get a huge amount of love from all corners of Europe, but I think most people absolutely would say this is cruising through without breaking much of a sweat. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures here. It's just very unusual. I am interested to know if an English translation of the lyrics will appear on the screen, because of course people bang on about these lyrics and they are very good, but a lot of people are not going to have a clue what the hell this song is about. They'll have an idea from the hand washing, but not much else. It says here, the song and performance is entirely different from anything else in Eurovision this year and has a really interesting hypnotic quality. Also, how clean are Constractor's hands going to be after all these rehearsals? Yeah, she's in a white outfit. There's sort of a flower as well, a couple of flowers. And you've got this group of people around her in black outfits, as though they've just come out of the sauna, to be honest, with towels around their necks. And I'm just going to watch the video back here. Really very good. In the rehearsal clip, we did see the end of this song with this sort of red strobe lighting effect. I think that's going to be particularly effective on our TV screens next Thursday. Lots of quick camera cuts, I would assume. Makes sense if there is. Yeah, vocally fine, visually fine. I'm sure a lot of people are gushing about this on social media as I speak. After that, Azerbaijan, maybe the most forgotten track of the year. Certainly by me. I think I've only listened to this song all the way through twice. There's a sort of set of stairs on stage with this performance. So you're taking a song that maybe isn't the most memorable, you're adding a prop to try and make it more memorable. There's a touch of contemporary dance going on. It's very Elnur Husseinov Azerbaijan 2015 here. I don't really know if we need that contemporary dance. I'm always a bit wary of something like that anyway. Croatia has it as well this year, as we now know. It says, Nadir sings this powerful ballad, Fade to Black of course, from a set of steps that are set up like stadium bleachers, using interesting camera angles as he moves through a routine with a contemporary dancer. The steps then split in half so they can face each other. It's really clever, and the moves and lighting really help to give this song extra impact. That's going to look amazing on TV and in the arena. Well played, Azerbaijan. Good track record of qualifying, but this year Azerbaijan's song isn't hugely popular, I would say. It's a borderline qualifier as far as I'm concerned, but maybe if this staging looks as impressive on TV as it does in the photographs, they could be onto something very special. The rehearsal clip then. He's a very good singer, no doubt about it. Very good singer. There he is, all curly hair and big beard. Then he goes onto stage. Yes, yes, yes. Blue lighting. Just sort of walking backwards and forwards, up and down. Very arty, very fancy, I suppose. Might take a look at the photo album, if I can get that to load up fairly swiftly as well. Yeah, lots of great photographs of the stage, even though the stage is, from the sounds of it, still very faulty. Then we have Georgia up next. Well, I think this is going to grow on a lot of people, including myself. It's Circus Mircus with Lock Me In. The outfits are quite something. It's as though a Georgian version of Monty Python has come to Eurovision. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's this bizarre, psychedelic, very kooky, Tim Burton movie-esque thing going on. Sort of velour outfits. It says here the whole performance is joyfully eccentric, with elements of Victorian circus, steampunk and neon graphic design woven through a really catchy pop song. On paper it shouldn't work, but it really does. It's 3 very surreal minutes. There's also a puppet show, and there is another photo of one of the guys in the group with a very funky beard. So yeah, let me watch the rehearsal clip back here. This was very good. This was very good. I mean, it's everything I thought it would be, to be honest. Very bizarre, but not really, really alienating either. You've got images of mouths on a blue screen, red lights, wavy lines, blue, purple. You've got to get purple in there. That is the Eurovision colour every year, it seems. Yeah. A very good-looking performance. Can't really complain at all. And I do think that will grow on a lot of people. Just going back to Azerbaijan here. Yeah, it looks very atmospheric, very dark, very simple. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Moving on then, Malta. I've got to say, I was really looking forward to this because I don't mind the Maltese entry one bit. And again, I think this does have the potential to grow on people, even though it is cliched beyond belief and, for many people, ultra bland. It's really not too bad. Emma is a very good singer. Very good singer. In the rehearsal clip straight away, we can hear that. The song itself, I really don't mind it, but I absolutely understand other people who think that this is pretty trash, to be honest. We know the juries love Malta. Points will come in. The public less so. But you never know. Let's say Malta do much better than we think they will in the jury half of the results, and maybe a little bit better than we're anticipating with the public half of the results as well. Smush those votes together. You never know. This could sneak in. I doubt it, but you never know. Emma looks so damn good. Okay? She looks amazing. She's in a sort of short, sequin-type dress. Gina G, who are just a little bit, UK 1996. Pretty much the same dress. There's a piano. The stage is bathed in this shimmering golden glow. It says here, Emma's staging features a huge plinth, a shiny grand piano, a sparkly disco ball dress, It just looks great. Looks great. And some really powerful vocals. She also uses the B stage, accompanied by 4 backing dancers. This is a really great performance. You can't really argue with this kind of commitment to self-affirmation. I've just clicked on San Marino. We'll talk about that in a moment. Malta. Yeah, very sparkly. She's got dancers. Yeah. Yes. Come on. Yeah. Little bit of dancing, but it's not anything too over the top here whatsoever. Looks as though there's some pyros as well. Yeah, obviously she's not really playing the piano. It's very sweet. Not much happening on the LED backdrop, but I suppose there doesn't need to be. Very good job. Let's move on then to San Marino. And this is, of course, Achille Lauro, who is a big star in Italy. Maybe not so much here in the UK, for example, and elsewhere, but he is a big name and a very experienced, born performer. It says here, Achille Lauro is in a sparkly mesh body stocking, luxury feather boa and cowboy hat and boots. The bonus, fur pom-poms. The final chorus is sung whilst riding a red velvet bucking bronco. Just reading all of that and seeing the rehearsal clip, maybe it's too much. Maybe it's a little bit over the top. But then again, maybe it will really work, even if it is on the messy side. I mean, the national final performance, there wasn't really much to talk about at all because it was such a small stage. Now you can really let loose. Achille, like I said, a born performer. He's a fairly good singer. I just don't know if enough people will really be on board with this. We saw it last year with Senate and Flowrider. Oh yes, San Marino on course for their best ever result. It really sort of flopped. If San Marino makes the final this year, it's very impressive because that's 3 finals in a row. But he's got tough opposition this year, no doubt about it. This is glam rock, but make it couture. I'm not sure the Eurovision stage has ever seen anything like it, to be honest. We need a lie down. It's going to be quite provocative. There's pyros galore. They've really tried to make this stand out as much as possible. And to be honest, part of me wishes the finished performance was as explosive. Yeah, there's cages on stage, very -1 Cyprus 2016, purple guitar, flames, lights all over the place. It's quite the spectacle. But if we're being realistic, it's probably still not going to qualify. He hasn't done himself any harm, though. Next up, Australia. Oh, my days. You can smell the jury points pouring in for this one. This has Jury Darling written all over it. I'm telling you now, he could win the jury vote in the second semi-final. He could do exceptionally well in the final once he gets there. This is Sheldon Riley, of course, with Not the Same. One of the best singers this year. Again, taking that national final performance and giving it that elevation. There's steps. He is in a huge sort of wedding dress type white outfit. That veil over his face, that's still there. I'm very much under the assumption he removes it with a shaking hand, as he did in Australia at the national final. What does it say here? Sheldon's at the bottom of 2 flights of giant steps, and his outfit is the opposite of Achille Lauro's. There's acres of it, with a huge fur-trimmed white wedding train that drapes to the floor. It is theatre to the max. It is probably going to be the most theatrical performance of the year. He's also wearing his silver sparkly face and hand jewellery, keeping up the 2022 Eurovision standard for incredible outfits. Yeah, he sounded fantastic in this rehearsal clip. He's going to bring it. The juries will wet themselves with excitement at it. The public, I don't think they're going to totally dismiss this either. It's too good to be totally dismissed. I'm thinking at least top 3. Well, maybe a safer bet is top 4, top 5 in the semi-final. And, yeah, a very good result in the final beckons. A very, very good vocal performance. Just bringing it. Very, very good indeed. Very good. That leaves Cyprus. Now, I was really looking forward to this one because apart from a sort of in-studio, beamed to the audience pre-party performance, We haven't really seen much at all from Andromachi with Ella, but this certainly has a lot of fans. Cyprus are once again looking to qualify. Great track record they've got, as I've said before. And it's a really lovely, summery track, this. Not staged in the way I thought it was going to be staged. I thought it was going to be a hell of a lot simpler, but there we are. It says here, Cyprus definitely has one of the biggest props of the day. A huge shell-shaped structure, try saying that when you've had a few beers, that accommodates both dancers and graphic projections. We love a multi-function prop. Andromachi appears like Aphrodite from the waves and brings some elegance and energy to the final rehearsal of the day. It's a really good mid-tempo pop song, blah, blah, blah. Now, I haven't seen this rehearsal clip, so let's take a look. Beautiful woman, sort of beige outfits. There she goes. I can't wait. Yeah, this shell, it reminds me a tiny bit of Lucy Jones for the UK in 2017. Not exactly the same, of course. Then we've got this sort of curved structure. This explains why Cyprus is closing the first half of the second semi-final, I suppose, because there's a big prop. Ooh. Why are we using purple again? Yeah, looks very good, sounds very good. There'll be a lot of wide shots. Yeah, this is one of those songs that I'm really on the fence about because I enjoy it, but I'm also very aware that this could flop massively because it's one of those songs that's very difficult to stage well. From the looks of this, they've brought a prop to make it pop out from the field. The vocals are fine. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be getting a lot of 12 points, 10 points, 8 points, maybe more 5, 6, 7. But they all add up, and I think Cyprus is looking pretty good for a place in the final. I thought that anyway before seeing this TikTok clip. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. My thoughts on the first half of the second semi-final, first rehearsals in Turin today. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments below. If I had to rank these, well, it's pretty tough because I think everybody did a pretty damn good job. If I'm purely going on what these videos are showing, then I'm going to have to put Israel last because I can barely see a thing. Finland was very good. Serbia was very polished. That's a well-oiled machine. Azerbaijan looks promising, but will it stand out enough? Especially coming between Georgia and Serbia. Georgia's looking good. Malta's looking okay. San Marino is all over the shop, but maybe will just blow the audience away next week. Australia going through without breaking a sweat. I think maybe the best rehearsal of the day, maybe San Marino actually. Maybe Achille Lauro. I don't know. It's very interchangeable. I wouldn't take it too seriously. I'm fully expecting everybody to have Serbia at number 1. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because it's a pretty good rehearsal and a pretty good song. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble. Let me know what you think. And once again, a massive thank you if you've taken the time to watch this video and the videos that I've uploaded over the past 2 days. More videos will be on the way soon. This time next week, we will be gearing up for the live shows to begin. I can't wait. Let the madness commence. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Ciao for now.